Hey guys, Tea from Spicy Sweet Tea. Today is Saturday and I had my surgery on Tuesday. So that would mean today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, day 4, post-op day 4. And I wanted to give a little update. I also am going to include some video footage that I shot in the hospital. I'll share my stats real quick for those of you who are curious. My heaviest weight ever was 235 pounds. That was about 9 years ago. My heaviest weight recently was on June 26th when I weighed in at 231. The day that I started my pre-op diet, I weighed 226.2. The day of my surgery, I weighed myself before I went to the hospital. I was 215.2, and then my current weight when I got on the scale this morning is 210.4. My goal weight is 135, and I'm moving in that direction, folks. That's a 21-pound weight loss in about 3 weeks. I guess, generally speaking, I will say I started at 231, just because that was my heaviest weight on June 26th, which is fairly recently. So 21 pounds, not too bad. So why don't we go to the hospital first, and then I'll fill you in on some happenings after that. Stay tuned.
Okay, everybody, Spicy Sweet Tea here. Tea from Spicy Sweet Tea. Today's post-op day 2. So I had my surgery on Tuesday, July 11th, and today is Thursday, July 13th, and I'm doing much better today. The day of surgery was really difficult. I was in a lot of pain, and you can see out my nose. It's hot. I was in a lot of pain on day 1, like really bad. And then yesterday, still in some pretty good amount of pain and nausea. And I'm doing so much better today. I already got 2 walks in today, and it's only, 10:30. I already got 2 walks in. I'm doing much better on getting my liquids in. It's really hard to get all your liquids in. They want you drinking 4 ounces of liquids every hour, and they want to know that you'll be able to stay hydrated when you go home. And that is tricky. That's tricky, but I'm getting there and doing better. They got me on a few drugs, some muscle relaxants, and some pain medication, and some anti-nausea medication too. But okay, just checking in, and okay, thanks everybody. Okay, bye. I'll probably be going home today. There's a part of me that's excited about that, and a part of me that's not, because I'm going to miss the drugs they give me by the IV, but okay, bye. Okay, everybody, I'm getting discharged from, maybe I'll go this way, okay. Getting discharged from the hospital soon. They're sending me home with a couple prescriptions. I'm going home with Flexeril, which is a medication that is a muscle relaxant to relax my diaphragm, because I did have a hiatal hernia. So they had to go in and repair the hernia, and the majority of the pain that I have been experiencing has actually been from that hiatal hernia repair and my diaphragm spasming. So Flexeril really helped with that. They're also sending me home with some oxycodone for pain, and then also Zofran for nausea. So my partner is going and getting those prescriptions as I speak, and shortly after that I'll be discharged. So that's exciting. I'm feeling much better today, and of course I'm a little bit nervous about going home because I don't have a great IV that's keeping me hydrated, but I have been doing pretty well on liquids, and I hope to stay up on that. It is really a full-time job getting your liquids in. It's you really got to be tracking it and up on it, and it's sort of like the only thing that's occupying my mind is charting my liquids and getting those liquids in. Anyway, talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Okay, so there you have it, folks. That was my time in the hospital. That was day 2. Today's day 4, and I'm feeling so much better than I was then. I still have some pain that kind of comes and goes, particularly my diaphragm, again because of the hiatal hernia. repair. My diaphragm is sort of spasming. And I also still have some gas pains in my chest area, which I hear is normal up to a week or so after the surgery. So I still am in a little bit of pain, but it's not too bad. It's pretty tolerable. I've been watching TV and reading books. I haven't been doing much. I can't drive while on oxycodone. I probably could, but they told me not to, so I'll follow those directions. Yeah, I haven't been doing much, but I want to share a few things that have been working for me in terms of tracking, because I mentioned in the videos in the hospital that tracking has kind of become my full-time job. So I just wanted to share with you a couple of things that I'm doing that are working really well. So when I was in the hospital, I was given a sheet of paper that looks like this. And you'll see it says daily tracking sheet, and on over here, it's 1 ounce every 15 minutes is how much liquid, how much water they want you to drink. And you mark each time that you drink an ounce. So you'll see as we go down, I had 2 ounces at 2 a.m., another ounce at 6 a.m., 5 ounces in the 10 to 11 hour. I'm also tracking when I have snacks and breakfasts. So it's about 12:10, and I've already had 2 ounces of water right here in the 12 o'clock hour. Then they also have an opportunity for you to track walks. That's what this red is. They want you to walk at least 6 times a day. So today you'll see I have 1 walk, but I actually walked 2 times. So let me just check that off. I walked in the 10 o'clock hour. So now my 2 walks are in there. Then the other column over here, right here, I just added for my breathing machine. They gave me this, which does a couple things. Number 1, it prevents pneumonia. And number 2, for me with my hiatal hernia, it also stretches out my diaphragm so that my diaphragm stops spasming. And what they want is they want you to blow, no, they want you to inhale. Yeah, inhale and get this up to, they actually said 2,500, but I've never made it there. My lung capacity is not very big, clearly. I'm shooting at about 2,000 right now, so I'm still working on that, and they want you to do that 10 times every hour. You can see how I've been doing on that today. None. I haven't done that once today, so maybe I'll do that after I'm done making this video. But this has been a lifesaver. I asked for copies, and they made me about 25 copies of these when I left the hospital, and that has just been so helpful to help track my my fluids, my walking, and my breathing exercises. Another thing that's been really helpful for tracking is when I went to my pre-op appointment, I got this little journal, this little pocket journal, and I'll turn to today. So this is how I'm keeping track of when I take my medicine. So I actually am trying to wean off of Zofran. So I haven't taken Zofran today, and I'm feeling pretty good. Don't have a lot of nausea. But I took Oxy today at 11, and then I can take it again at 3 p.m. And then once 3 p.m. rolls around, I'll add the next time, which will be 4 hours from then, so 7. And then also Flexeril. I took it 11 today. I can take it again at 7. And then I'll keep moving through that. So this is what yesterday's looked like. And the cross-out numbers are when, like, I didn't take it or I took it later than the designated time. Oh, you'll also see my weight. Yesterday my weight was 213.4 pounds. Today it was 210 pounds. So lost 3 pounds in one day. That's just wild. The other thing that's been really handy about this notebook is the other side. So this is when I track over here my food. So 9 a.m. I had 4 ounces of a Premier protein shake, which is 11 ounces of protein. 11 grams, excuse me, of protein. At 11 a.m. I had another shake, again 4 ounces of a shake for 11 grams of protein. And they want you to eat about every 2 hours. So I'll be eating here again in about 45 minutes. And by eating, I mean like liquid meals, you know, because they don't want you to have liquid meals throughout the day. So how I've been doing it is I've been setting aside 1 hour for a liquid meal. And then I have water or my liquids between that and the next meal. And then the following, after 2 hours, the next hour will be set aside for a liquid meal again, and over and over. So here is where I track 4-ounce glasses of water. So I've had 12 ounces of water so far. Yeah, 12, 13, 14 actually, but I check one of these off when I get to 4 ounces, and so I'm shooting for, I'd add a couple more glasses of water down there. So I'm shooting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 4. I'm not good at math, guys. I think that's 48. 48 ounces of water per day for this week. Obviously, I'm going to need more than that, but she said at least 48 is the minimum for now. And then I also get to check this off when I'm relaxing, which I'm doing the majority of the time. And then I also have, these are my walks, and so I've already taken 2 walks today. And when I take a third one, I'll check this guy off. When I take a fourth one, I'll check this guy off, and so on and so forth for my 6 walks. So that is so great. It also has a place to track whether I'm taking my, whether I'm taking my multivitamin. And this is a multivitamin I've decided to take. It tastes really good. I got the citrus flavor. I'm going to take that right after I'm done with this video. So I'll pop that in my mouth. That'll be yummy. And then I can check off here where it says multivitamin. And the multivitamin is a 2-a-day multivitamin, but for the first week I'll only be taking 1 a day just to make sure my stomach can tolerate it. So this has been really helpful in terms of tracking. The other thing that I wanted to show you is how I'm tracking my liquids. So I have these little 1-ounce cups. I got these from the hospital. They gave me a whole pack, so I have about 200 of them. And what I do is I take out 4 of them. This is like the equivalent of Crystal Light, but no fake sugar. It's called True Lime or True Lemon. This is a watermelon flavor. But I'll take out 4 of these and set them down in front of me wherever I'm sitting, whether on the couch or in bed. And then I set an alarm on my phone for 15 minutes. And I just keep repeating that so that every 15 minutes I'm drinking an ounce of water. And so that timer looks like this. You'll see it says 15 minutes. I hit start, which I'll do right now. And then it starts to count down, and then when it goes off, that's when I drink another one of these. And then every hour I just fill up 4 more, and sometimes I'm drinking a little bit more, sometimes I'm drinking a little bit less than 4 ounces in an hour. That's kind of just dependent on, if I have a liquid meal, like a shake that I had it at 11, it's unlikely that I'm going to get 4 ounces of water in on top of the 4 ounces of liquid. The other thing that I wanted to update you guys about and have some curiosity about is I'm already starting to think about how I'm going to eat after I recover. And I read this book over the last 2 days. It's called A Pound of Cure. It's by Dr. Matthew Weiner. And I've watched a ton of his YouTube videos. They have been the most beneficial videos. If you haven't watched them yet, I highly encourage you to. It's just such great information. But so I've been watching his videos, and then I ordered this book, and this book ultimately promotes kind of pretty much a vegan diet. And I've never really dipped my toes into veganism, but the more that I read, the better it sounds, not only for earthly sustainability and for moral and ethical reasons, but also for health. I yesterday watched a documentary called Food Choices, and it too promoted veganism. And I'm just kind of saying this because I'm really thinking about how I want to feed myself after I recover. That's from the tape. They had to poke me so many times in the hospital. I'm such a hard poke. They had to use, first they used infrared and still couldn't find a good vein. And then they had to come in and bring an ultrasound machine in order to find a vein. And then one of them leaked. My first IV leaked, so then they had to find a different one. And that was a mess, but that was nothing compared to the pain that was about to come. So anyway, I'm curious how you all eat after the surgery. You know, it sounds like a lot of people eat low carb, and that's definitely a consideration, although I would like to minimize my reliance on dairy. Also, I fucking love cheese. Cheese is so good. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing this will kind of be a progression that probably 6 weeks out, when I can actually start eating solid foods again, I will be doing the low carb thing, you know, eating a can of tuna for one meal and then maybe deli turkey wrapped in cheese for another meal. I'm thinking I'll probably be low carb in the beginning, but would eventually like to shift to veganism. And I haven't seen a lot of sleevers who are vegan, so hoping to find some out there. If you have any leads on that or know of any, that would be great. That's it. That's all I wanted to share with you today. Oh, another thing, TMI. This might be too much information, but I had my first bowel movement just 20 minutes ago, and that was great thanks to the makers of Colace. I'm surprised that it wasn't just all water, because I haven't eaten a hard thing since before surgery, you know, hard food. But it wasn't all water. There were some chunky pieces in there. And then the other thing I wanted to mention was this great thing I said I'm trying to wean off of Zofran. And the hospital gave me these things called Queasies. And they are ultimately oil, lavender oil, peppermint oil, spearmint, and ginger oil, essential oils. And you peel off this top layer, and then you hold it up to your nose and you smell it when you're feeling queasy. And it's actually worked for me really, really well for nausea. So that's kind of cool. I asked for a few of those. They brought me a huge handful of them, so I probably have about 10 to 15 of those to use. So that's nice. All the nurses were great in the hospital. I'm glad to be home, but I am kind of bored. It's hard when you can't do much. Anywho, that's what I wanted to share with you all. Take good care, and I will talk to you soon. Well, and the last thing that I wanted to mention to you all is I'm going to include here in this last part just a picture of my incision sites, so you can see how big they are. And I thought they were pretty minimal. I do have some bruising around there, so if you're a little squeamish, turn this off now. If you're not and you're interested in seeing what my incisions look like, 4 days. I actually think I took this picture yesterday, so 3 days post-op, then you'll see that here in just a moment.